The heavyweight battle of the Norris Division. Mike Keenan's Hawks visit Brian Murray's Wings next.
Described an enemy when he talked about Konstantinov as a player. They were meant completely as a compliment. Whenever you block a shot, it's much better to be turned about 45 degrees to the right. Konstantinov was on the wrong receiving end of that particular shot.
Leads his way through the center ice area, drives it in. Balfour stops it back to the net, a race for the puck. It comes right out front. Carson with a shot, and the save by Balfour. Probert doing some work along the boards. The puck is loose. Carson picks it up. Rink-wide pass. Racine racing in. Shoots. Balfour the save. Racine gets it again. His backhand shot went wide. Fedorov slips it through to Yzerman. Yzerman going for the net. Backhand shot. Balfour makes the save and then grabs the loose puck.
We also talked about composure at the start of the game for the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm not sure if this is composure or if it's just being real smart. Mike Peluso ends up egging Probert on, and you see the result. Probert ends up in the penalty box. Chicago has an opportunity to get their power play going against the Detroit Red Wings. Well, this is steamrolling to the net, and then a bit of an airplane. Look at Steve Smith get thrown through the air by Bob Probert, and as Probert starts to adjust his apparel, three Blackhawks converge on him. Chelios and Probert, the accidental stick from Chris Chelios. Accidental? Not at all. Nonetheless, it got the desired reaction out of Probert. I should mention as well, did you notice how that little melee or potential melee stopped as soon as Greg Gilbert got involved with Jimmy Carson? The quickest way to stop that kind of thing is to grab one of the more talented players from the opposition, and all of a sudden the attention focuses immediately towards you. Take a look at Yzerman right here. He whacks Smith. It's always better to be the instigator as opposed to the retaliator, and Yzerman gets caught.
Earlier that there hasn't been much skating room. No shots in this second period thus far, but the Blackhawks have a power play. Roenick along the boards. Kravchuk with a shot. Knocked down in front. To the line. Brown lets it go. Saved by Shovelday.
The net, Brown has done that, and it's resulted in a number of goals for the Chicago Blackhawks. An impressive 8 assists for Keith Brown.
Roenick feeds Kravchuk at the point. Back to Roenick. Noonan to Matoi scores! Stefan Matoi with Noonan, the initial shot, and then over to Matoi.
Matoi ends up getting his third goal of the playoffs, and watch how he isn't right on top of Shovelday, but far enough out of the crease that he can skate into it. Roenick playing with Matoi in Hull. It's not a pretty goal, but it's a playoff power play goal, and Chicago Blackhawks make good. Watch McCrimmon right here. Ends up getting the stick up, and then the second one right there catches Marchment on the face. Brad McCrimmon very fortunate that Kerry Fraser is allowing him to sit here as opposed.
Graham ahead for Sutter. Sutter going for the net. He shoots. One save. Shovelday.
Too early, but he wanted to get young guys in the lineup and start to build a certain winning way and a philosophy of his own. The only way to do that is to get new guys.
Big hit on Balfour, and you can guess who's in the middle of that one. It is Bob Probert.
The call is charging as he gets by Chelios and catches Balfour right there. Steve Smith on top of Probert. If you say, well, Balfour was fair game, here's the way the rule reads.
Probert out of the penalty box. Marchment goes low on Probert, and then the puck is flipped over the boards and out of play. Now Marchment and Probert are pushing and shoving.
Bob Probert not happy with the way Marchment hit him. He ended up hitting Peter Zezel this year and put him out as well. Probert not happy about that body check by Marchment.
In the offseason in the trade with Winnipeg that saw Troy Murray go to Winnipeg, and as Marchment came in low, Probert is not happy with that tactic and lets Marchment know.
And as Yzerman beats Kravchuk to the outside, Kravchuk puts the grip on him right here and then finishes it up by taking Yzerman to the ice.
Slipped out of his glove. Yzerman goes after it. There's a shot saved by Balfour, and he covers up with Yzerman cutting in from the right side. 24 seconds left in the Kravchuk penalty.
17 years in one organization. It's a long time.
Fedorov. Rink wide for McCrimmon. His shot goes off a leg wide. Sean Burke in the corner is checked. Miller back of the net. To the point. Racine with a shot. He scores!
Racine has done a great job physically tonight. Amazing what happens when you shoot the puck. Ed Balfour is down, and the puck is perfectly placed as Racine wastes absolutely no time, and is that a great replay? Watching the puck go to the net. Watch Balfour, how he's in front of his crease, maybe not right in the middle of the net. He's a little bit over to his left. I wonder if the puck hits him. Racine has got to feel good about that goal.
Goes to get a new piece of equipment as Chelios skates it out for Dirk Graham. Back to Chelios, a shot saved, the rebound, and Cheveldae for a moment wasn't quite sure where it was, but he got it between his pads as Graham took a swipe at it. In the third period, the game tied at 1. Here's Kerr, circling in the corner, plays it back to the point. Konstantinov shoots it wide. Chase on at the side of the net. Gallant flips the shot, knocked down, and then the puck was flipped to the corner, and Dirk Graham.
When you end up in the penalty box, but it's even worse when you get hurt and then have to go to the penalty box. Here's what happened as Lemieux gets in front of Primo and then whack. Primo clips him on the head with a stick. Primo receives a high sticking penalty.
Here's a chance now for Gallant. Gallant lets the shot go, breaks his stick as Steve Smith got back to check him. And even without his stick, he runs over Steve Smith and sends the big defenseman flying. Now Matteau races in. He gets it across for Noonan, and the puck bounces just wide of the net.
Pick the hole, and he preys on Bob Probert. And slips in the middle with a bit of a hop, skip, and a jump, and he tries to slide it under Cheveldae. But Cheveldae gets down in time. And there's the chance that Noonan had. If he could have batted it out of the puck, batted it out of the air rather, a split second earlier, he had nothing but white twine. On the Detroit bench asked Yves Racine to check to make sure their skates were done up. He did it in a little different fashion, attempting to hit Greg Gilbert. Take a look down here. Gallant says, yep, they're okay, Yves, but watch Gilbert. He's going to get you. Racine, regardless of the outcome, this series could last a while. Both of these teams have done pretty well on the road. In fact, the Detroit Red Wings led the National Hockey League in the regular season with 46 points, playing away from the Joe.
Sutter shoots it in. Lemieux gets it, scores off the end boards. Jocelyn Lemieux went racing in on the Sutter shoot-in and blew it past Cheveldae.
Don, we talked about a shoot-in that Bob McGill tried in the first period with exactly the same play. Take a look at this, except a different team doing it. Right here, Brent Sutter positions it perfectly off the boards because he knows Lemieux has got a full head of steam. And Lemieux, as you said, blew it by Cheveldae in right on top of him. A planned play that resulted in a very, very crucial goal. Lemieux's line has been big for Chicago, and he does it again. Look how he just works his butt off, and all of a sudden the reward is there. Jimmy Carson got caught looking, and Lemieux takes advantage on a perfectly placed dump in by his line mate Brent Sutter.
Well, this crowd up on its feet, cheering from the face-off. Yzerman gets it. Yzerman circles to get away from a check. Yzerman, a backhand shot. It goes wide. Another shot. Knocked down in front of the net. The puck goes back to the goal. Fedorov in front. Chason shoots it, bounces up high, and was picked out of the air and knocked to the boards by Noonan. Good pressure by the Red Wings with 37 seconds remaining, and now it's dumped down the ice. Yzerman going back after it. Lemieux used his stick to slow down Yzerman and almost got to the puck. Fedorov starts back. He's checked. Lemieux gets it. Throws it at the empty net. It went off Yzerman. 19 seconds remaining. Here comes Chason. A final thrust for the Red Wings. A shoot-in. Goes off Yzerman. Chelios gets it to the line and out. This one is going to end with the Blackhawks scoring a road win as the puck is dumped down the ice. 2-1 will be the final score, and an opening game Norris win for Chicago. Bob Probert and Dirk Graham exchanging some words as the horn sounded to end the hockey game, and then Chris Chelios skated up to say something as the Blackhawk players now congratulate goalie Ed Belfour. Some furious action in the final minute of play with the Red Wings throwing that extra attacker out there.
Belfour has faced 24 shots and a couple of crucial ones right at the end of the hockey game. He had trouble locating the puck. There was a lot of traffic in front of him, but he ended up stopping everything that came to him. Right there, a little bit of help from Brian Noonan as he bats the puck out of the air. A very close game. I would have to say Chicago had a slight edge at times, and that resulted in a 2-1 victory. The same way the series started off for Detroit, but with their road record, it won't surprise any of us to see this tied up shortly.